A lot at stake. A lot of American voters are looking at how the U.S. deals with the Israeli-Hamas conflict. They're looking at border security and our immigration crisis. Then there's crime in your local neighborhood and abortion access. All big topics for next year.
A lot on the table here. But tomorrow, Americans are casting ballots in key state elections that will offer an important snapshot of where voters stand right now ahead of the 2024 primaries. Tom Dempsey is live in Washington with the races that we need to keep an eye on. Hey, Tom.
Hey, Markie, good morning. Yeah, many races, hundreds of races taking place across the country for Election Day, but a few of them this morning are still getting national attention, and that's because they could be offering us some clues as to what to expect with next year's presidential race. A lot of people watching Ohio in particular, where voters will be deciding on what's described as Issue 1, which would amend the state constitution and protect a woman's right to an abortion. Former President Trump won in Ohio during the last presidential election, but this vote obviously comes after Roe v. Wade got overturned by the Supreme Court last year. Only a simple majority will be needed to amend the state constitution. A NewsNation sister station spoke to Governor Mike DeWine recently about the significance of Tuesday's decision. Take a listen.
Let's say Issue 1 passes and it would go into our Constitution. I don't think there's been a time in Ohio history when a provision has gone into the Ohio Constitution by referendum like this.
NewsNation will also be paying attention to the Kentucky governor's race, where Democratic Governor Andy Beshear goes up against State Attorney General Daniel Cameron. Former President Trump won big in Kentucky back in 2020, but Governor Beshear continues to enjoy high approval ratings. This race possibly giving us a glimpse into what President Biden can expect in Kentucky next year. In Mississippi, Republican Governor Tate Reeves goes up against Democrat Brandon Presley. Former President Trump also won big here back in 2020, but no Democrat has been elected governor since 1999. And over in Virginia, every state House and Senate seat will be up for grabs. Republican Governor Glenn Youngkin saw some presidential campaign buzz earlier this year, but Virginia has voted Democrat in the last 4 presidential races. Some Democrats stressing that the future of abortion access in Virginia could be at stake with this year's elections. Parental rights and schools also continue to be hot button issues in the state after COVID closures and curriculum decisions became very big issues. Also worth noting, with the presidential election happening on November 5th next year, it is now less than a year away. So again, a lot to watch out for. Going to be an exciting day tomorrow as voters head to the polls, guys.
Yeah, well, we need some excitement. That'd actually be interesting. It's been like the long walk to 2024 in the election. Thank you, Tom. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.